Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Hello, hello, playback crew. Maybe I should lower this a little bit so you can actually see my hands. Let's go like that, maybe. Yeah. I'm going to start sitting like this. I feel like you guys are also a little close. Let me back you up just a hair. That's better. I'm going to start sitting like this. If my foot starts to give me issues, then I'll have to move and adjust. But for right now, this is what we're doing. Hello, hello. Hi, Laura. Hello, Melissa. Hi, everybody. How are we doing tonight, guys? Currently watching the Premiere Yarn unboxing. Yeah, I shared it on my Instagram, and I was like, you know what? We're going to go live for a little bit while I sit here and work on this back panel. I've been wanting to just work on the back panel, and that's not really all that exciting to make a video on. So I was like, you know what? Oh, actually, I should have filmed like a little bit of it before I went live of what I've got going on right now. Oh well, too late now. How's my day going? Day's going good. Better than yesterday, not as good as tomorrow. You just finished watching it? Yeah. Yeah. Hello, hello. So yeah, so we're working on the back panel. That's the front panel. Front panel, back panel. Need to watch latest you're working? You know, it's going to be there for you when you're ready for it. My foot's giving me issues, so that's been not so fun. But here we are. This yarn splits like crazy, so it's actually kind of been really annoying. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't check this pattern that I'm doing the right thing here. You'll wait till your check comes? All right. When your check comes, use my link. Hey, babe. I'm gonna mute you guys for 2 seconds so I can scream to Ben to see if he'll get me my computer. Save your ears, everybody. Because I thought about it. I'm like, you know, I think I'm supposed to be doing the same thing on the back panel as the front panel. And I made it a little bit bigger because the front panel is a little bit smaller than I wanted. But when the pattern is not telling me all of the things that I need, it's not been easy. Especially that Halloween yarn. Isn't it great? Hello, hello. They have some sparkly Christmas yarns too, but they are a little bit too thick for the knitting machines, unfortunately. I'm hoping that they'll come out with a 3-weight, like a DK Christmas yarn, but we'll see. Hello, Aaliyah. Could you run downstairs and grab my computer for me, please? Yeah, you can do that. I didn't get a chance to look at the pattern for this, and I'm just making this up as I go. Free ball on it? Yep, basically. Oh, hi, Rue. Hi, baby. Hey, girl. You good girl. Hello, hello, hello. Do you like that blanket better than the one that I'm sitting on? The only reason I have the blanket here is for you, you goofy girl. But you're the one to sit next to me. Can you come say hi? Now I will, Mom. It's fine. Today is your wedding day. Happy wedding day. That's super exciting. Aaliyah, how are you doing, love? Hello, Ben and Ruthie. Yeah. Spanks, babe.
You're welcome.
You gonna say hi to chat?
Hello, greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Do you want her in here with you, or do you want her with me?
I mean, she's being fine right now.
Right.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to check this pattern. Make sure I know what I'm doing. 39 of you haven't liked. Kind of outrageous. 1, 2. You know, maybe there was more to the front panel that I... Yeah, I didn't follow directions. It's fine. Okay, so that's fine. That's... Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that now. That's fine. Okay, so there was supposed to be more to the panel. But it's fine. It's fine. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. When I make my anchor, do I do the smaller one? I do the smaller one. I'm just double checking, guys, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do here. "54 rows of that." Okay. Uh-huh. This pattern is written so wrong. Okay, I'm correct. So anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be fine. I am making a sweater. Hello, hello. Hi, Adirez. Hi, guys. If you're on your phone, you could double tap to like. Yes, everybody make sure you like the live. Hit that subscribe button. My foot has been giving me some issues. It's not fun, but it's still broken. So it's still attached to my body, unfortunately, for this current point in time. Oh, that was a big huff, Ruthie girl. Hello. So that's the front panel, and I think it came out good. I'm afraid I made it a little bit too small, but it'll steam out. It'll be fine. I made the back panel a little bit bigger than the front panel, which isn't like ideal, but it'll be fine. How's everybody else doing tonight, guys? Happy Thursday. How do you steam your projects? I feel like my steam isn't affecting. I just use a regular steamer. It's a Conair steamer. There are a few different ways to steam block. Hey, Shelly. Oh, you're here. You know, let me see if I can get Ben again and I can have him bring the cats so you could pick which one you want. 2 more seconds, everybody. Gonna mute you for a sec. There we go.
You said the cats?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. So for these, I'm going to steam them and then probably block them on a blocking board. So I have and actually I'm not even gonna use a blocking board. I have like floor tiles, like gym floor tiles, and I'll probably steam block it to that. And so I just put a little steam and then like pin it in place, and then you do a little steam and then pin it in place. When I'm doing it as a garment, so that's what I generally do for like squares. When it's a garment, I'll just stick it on the hanger, like hang it in the bathroom and like steam and like kind of pull it into place for where I want it. So that's another option. Thank you. Shelly, these were the 3 that I grabbed for you to see which one you wanted, because I wanted them to be like the same size. So I have this brown one. You liked the other, like the wildflower, so I thought you might like this one. And then this one's a white one. I have so many others, but I wanted it to be about the same size as that other one that you got. Because I didn't want the girls to fight. Love my ad on the back. Thank you. It's technically a jellyfish, but yes. Same, same. Same, same. No, that's all right. It just has 6 legs. It does not have 8 legs. Yeah, guys, my foot's bothering me. Gonna sit like this for a bit, and when this gets old, we'll do that. The brown one, you got it. The brown and white one. This guy. Put him on the side for you with your other thing. You are working on a ghost tapestry? Oh, that's fun. Did you just hear that big huff? That was Ruthie. I am working on a sweater. This is the back panel, and I'm just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You're having surgery tomorrow? It'll all be okay. I hope it all goes well. What size hook am I using? 2.75. And hating my life. Oh, good girl. Ruthie is curled up next to my legs. Hi, Sarah from Miami. Hello, Miami. Where's everybody coming in from tonight, guys? And what project are you guys working on? Australia. Hey, hey. Alaska, a super jumbo dino splooge. So fun. 2.75 is way too tiny for me. I'm working on a bucket hat. Yes, bucket hat. Surprise live today. Yes, surprise live today. I did post it on my Instagram stories before I went live, but it was very impromptu. I was just like, I want to work on this back panel. So I'm going to go live and do that. So I did. Working on a crochet with base elephant. Very nice. New Zealand, Michigan, Texas on a hat. All right. Working on your first cardigan. That's so fun. Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, a cowl with a 3.5 hook. Whew. Didn't even see your story. You know, that's okay. Yeah, the pattern called for a 4mm, but there was no way I was meeting gauge with a 4mm. Wisconsin. PA, so many dishcloths. Very fun. Australia and making a triceratops. Nice, nice, nice. I'm working on a sweater, guys. I'm actually going to measure this quick because now I can flat lay it real quick because I couldn't when I was in the car, so I was just trying to guess. Tape measure. $17. See, turtle cake with all your scraps. Yep. How's using up my stash? Not great. Love your lives. Always feel like I want to FaceTime with a friend. Yes. Real with us and try not to make your life look perfect. No, yes, agree. Like that color tape measure, they're on the website. It like kind of stretches to 18. 18 and 18 is what, 36? And I think this one's a bit smaller. Making nothing, you need a break. Hey, you know, we all deserve breaks, don't we? Guys, someone do my brain for me, okay? 34 is 18 and 16, yeah? So that'll steam out to a decent size, right? Again, tape measures on my website. Ben just printed some new colors, and we should do a drop soon because they're cute. Wisconsin, just chilling. So. You know how hard it was to get this to stay up here last time? It just kept wanting to fall. So hopefully it won't give me the same issue this time. How's Ruthie? He's doing good. I am not a monkey. I don't do tricks. You have one in the purple blue combo. Very nice. Drink of water, take your meds, everybody. My cup was dirty, so I had to switch back to my old one. Oh my God. Going down and up, like, must have just messed with my white balance. Woof. Would I ever do a breakdown after the crash shows to tell you how much profit or how many total items sold? Maybe. Do I have a solid purple tape measure for sale? I think so. If not, send me a message and I can make one, no problem, in solid purple. I really try hard not to set unrealistic expectations for people on craft shows. And like the craft shows that I'm doing are like really big shows. So it's not like I'm doing a little street fair. Kind of like why I have an inventory sheet that I'm getting ready to list for you guys. And I have an inventory video, but I, again, don't want to be unrealistic with you guys because my craft shows are a lot bigger than your average craft show. And I'm always doing 2-3 day shows. And I always get nervous when I talk about money or things like that because I don't want people to think that A, I'm lying, or B, trying to brag. People's profits, but never want to ask because it's super personal, but it's just interesting to me. Yeah. Love it when I use glitter hooks. Yes. With Centro headbands and crochet stuff, I'm just always curious how it goes in other areas. I do well enough that this is my full time. So it's good. Nor does the IRS need to know. Well, there's that too. Hi, Kyle. So I don't know. The answer is I don't know. I took this year off from shows. I'm having my first baby in a few days. Oh, that's so exciting. Even though your voice, you watch all my videos. Good luck. I hope everything goes smoothly. Kyle, I forgot to ask. Did Patty Cake land okay? Did he arrive in his location? Hi, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you. You're welcome. So I feel like I guess I could go into like items sold without talking about money. But like the other issue with that is sometimes at these shows things just go so fast. And I can't keep track during the show, so then that means I have to inventory before and right after, and that's not always feasible either. So, with a dream and a cardigan. Oh my god, guys, my foot is not happy. So hold please for 2 seconds here because my foot, I'm sorry, Ruthie Brew. Hello, 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 hello. It's been a hard week. It's been a week. It's been a week. This week's been stressful for me. It's been a week. No pressure, just curious. I'm so happy this is your full-time gig. When I was doing shows more seriously, I was able to pay for our entire wedding. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. It would just be a lot, and I have a hard enough time telling you guys how much I spent on Premier Yarns figuring out what skeins cost what. Like, being like, I sold 15 seahorses and 4 sea turtles, and like, it just, I also feel like that's boring, but that's also just my opinion, so. Guessing you were unsuccessful in getting Hillary Duff concert tickets? No, you're trying to get them last live. No, I went. It was what dreams were made of. It was worth it. I actually have to pay Kyle back for my ticket, and I was literally thinking about that earlier. We were very successful. Yes, we were. It was a great time. It was amazing. First surgery, she's going to need physical therapy. Awesome. Lovely. Do I have a pattern for the turtles? Working on them. Slowly but surely. Members who are pattern testers, keep an eye out this week. I am trying to be more serious about stuff like that. And so I think that there will be 3 patterns ready to go to testers this week or by like next week, the very latest. And I've been needing to email a pattern editor. That way I don't have to do it, basically. Yeah, nope. We sat in the parking lot and got tickets in the parking lot. It was a little bit complicated, but it was fabulous. It was incredible. In number, big, middle, littles gives a feel for sell-through without detailed logs. Again, I don't want to give people unrealistic expectations is kind of the biggest thing here. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it. I have been thinking about it, but yeah. So jealous. Yeah, it was awesome. It was It was so good. It was so good. I'm so glad we went. It was, and we ended up getting really great seats, and I got some really great video footage too that I'm trying to sift through, but again, this week has been a nightmare. Yay on the concert. Yeah, guys, it was fabulous. It was great. It was so good. My 12-year-old self was just screaming. Like, I cried. I kept confetti. New couch for the apartment for moving day tomorrow. Yes! So fun. I have a blanket I have to make. I have to make a baby blanket. It is a jellyfish. It is, the top is knitted and the curls are crocheted. The after party was in the neighborhood. Yes, it was. We had such a good time. Read that vlog, no pressure. Life is life. Yeah. It might end up going on Visionary Journal. We'll see. I bought myself a new planner today at Walmart to try to start really setting schedules a bit. Who did I see in concert? Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff. I'm trying. I have a craft show in like 3 weeks, and I'm honestly not even making all that much for it right now. I have this sweater that I'm trying to finish, and another one I'm about to start, and I have 4 custom orders I have to work on. I have a manatee, what do I have? I have a manatee, 2 elephants, and an undisclosed item that has not been picked by the person yet, so I don't know what I need to make for that one. Alive! Yay! Yay. I think I picked the most uncomfortable way to sit for this live, because I'm using a different streaming setup right now, because I didn't want to set up a table. And my foot's throbbing. This is not the best planning on my part. Did she sing Fly? Yes, she did. Favorite song at the concert? Probably What Dreams Are Made Of. I cried. It was great. If she would have sung Metamorphosis and Someone's Watching Over Me, I'd have been done for, because those are 2 of my favorite songs of hers, and she didn't sing either of those. She sang The Math, which was really fun, and she didn't want to add that to her set. And everybody loved it, and it was great. Her whole show was just a nod to millennial nostalgia. What am I making? I am making a sweater. How are me and the foot? The foot is throbbing and not great, but I'm alive. That's what I've got. Doing any knitting lately? If so, how's it going? I have not. I have not been knitting, really. I'm kind of scared because I kind of feel like my next project is either color work or a sweater, and I'm not there yet, I don't think. I've been doing a weekly farmer's market. It's been great. You have made me realize I can do this dream I've had of crochet for so long. Yay! I love that. I bet your bedazzled boot fit right in. It did, and it was great. And we had handicap parking. which also made it so much better because I could barely walk. And the way the amphitheater was set up, we thought that I was gonna have to walk up like a million steps, but we actually got like really good seats on accident because I didn't know the theater really well. And I was just like, here, there's 3 seats together. So it worked. Everything worked out. Honestly, if we couldn't get tickets, I was looking at trying to fly to either Canada or Mexico to go see her. That's how bad I wanted to see the concert. With Love was great. Hello, hello. Sorry for being late. You're not. We're good. We're just vibing. It was a great time. It was a great time. I wish that they would not have run out of her souvenir cups. I was very upset about. They had these awful, god-awful shaker cups for cocktails, and it was like a cocktail shaker, except if you tried to drink out of it, the top would fall off, and it would just make a gigantic mess. So they had ones that said Lucky Me on it with like a disco ball, but they sold out of them so fast because it was supposed to be with every cocktail you got, the shaker cup. So then they just had random shaker cups that just said like the name of the venue. And I'm like, this is boring. That's stupid. I was upset. And her merch wasn't great. I was not happy about that. But other than that, it was great. Love Wake Up. Wake Up was great. Who knows SKZ? I don't know what that means. Hi, Sarah. Hello. Glad you enjoyed the concert. Thank you. Yeah, it was. She threw in her new stuff, but not to like shove it in your face. It was really a nice blend of what we actually wanted and her new stuff. She's doing something right. I think one of her favorite songs on her new album is We Don't Talk About It, or We Don't Talk. Love that. Future Trip, and I've been listening to a lot recently. It's just, yeah. Service puppy in training did well at full day on duty, slowly growing into the job. Fabulous. We love that. It's a boy group. I have no idea. I'm old. Technically, my boyfriend ordered it for you. Yay! Oh, thank you. That's good. I hate shows where they only want to play the new stuff. Yeah, it was a really, really nice balance. And I'm kind of at the point in my life where, I mean, I'm really spoiled. I can go see concerts in New York, or I can go see concerts in Philly, or in Baltimore, or in DC. Like, I'm really kind of central to anybody I want to see. But because I'm so centrally located, it's kind of like, you got to prove to me that I want to spend the money on your ticket. And so, Aaliyah, we can bring down the hammer. Once I started seeing some clips from her concert, because it's the only thing that's all over my feed, because I'm just obsessed with her. Like, she's one of the few kids I watched growing up who like didn't fall off the bandwagon. Which, everybody, are you all just as upset as I am that Hayden Panettiere passed away? I'm heartbroken. I loved her. Getting your infusion tomorrow morning, and then the afternoon you're moving to the apartment. That's fabulous, Tina. Yay. And so, like, I kind of feel like with the 40-ounce tumblers, I apparently have too much yarn to order one. Yes. Words are hard, guys. What was I saying? So, like, I kept seeing clips about her concert, and I was like, oh no, this is something I want to see. I was like, oh no, I want to see this. I do want to see this. And then I was just like keeping track of ticket prices and trying to get tickets. But even like when I went to go see Pink, I was like, everybody knows Pink puts on a good show, so like that I was fine with. But in order for me to be willing to drop money on a concert, I I gotta know I'm gonna enjoy it. And I asked Ben, I'm like, hey, babe, I don't really ask to go to concerts very frequently. Can I go to Hillary Duff for my birthday? Because my birthday is coming up, even though Ben's birthday is first. But I was like, can I do that? Can we go do that? And yeah, I was shattered. I know. Yeah. Do you know how she passed? OD. Although they are investigating for potential foul play from her ex-boyfriend, who the restraining order ended on her this month. She had a restraining order against him that ended this month. So it's for your 37th birthday. Yep. I remember seeing her and stuff when she was a little girl. So sad. Yep. Yep. And then the boycott of Neutrogena. I will never buy another thing from Neutrogena ever again in my life. Like, ever. She was plastered all over my TV screens in the early 2000s. Hayden Panettiere and Neutrogena. And they fired her for talking about postpartum depression in a morality clause of her contract. What? Just wild. So for the next few days, I will probably be doing a Hayden Panettiere like movie marathon. Has me shook, yeah. Well, we knew that she had like kind of fallen off the bandwagon a little bit, but like with her new memoir that came out, and like she opened up about a whole bunch of horrors from her childhood and being on sets and stuff like that, which awful. But she was really trying, like from what it sounded like, she was trying to get her life back on track and just couldn't. How on earth does that violate a morality clause? It didn't and doesn't. And they let her ride out the end of her year contract and then wouldn't re-sign her. Oh, thank you for the gift, Ash. Thank you. I just like mind-numbing. Mind-numbing. So. Was on Concord Pike for me back in the day. Same. Same. And now they're both gone. It's wild. I thought I was a mess last year when Michelle Trachtenberg died. I was like, oh my goodness. And they were both so young. And it's amazing to me that, like, with all the money Michelle Trachtenberg had and all the money that she made, she couldn't get some medical stuff under control because she died from complications of diabetes that I didn't even know she had. Is blaming her boyfriend. He and his brother were there with her when she died. Yeah, they're the ones who apparently called the cops and handed them the bag of medications that she took. However, didn't perform CPR. There was Narcan on scene, but they're not talking about the Narcan. And her restraining order on this boyfriend for DV ended this month. Shocking. So they are investigating, and I have been watching. Is anybody watching the Kefidi trial? I am not up to date, so please no spoilers on that one. I am making a sweater. This is going to be the back panel for this sweater. About Momager, yeah. Well, it's been confirmed that the ex-boyfriend and boyfriend were there. That has been confirmed. The Tupac trial is happening right now. I haven't had a chance to live stream it, the EDB stuff, but I've been seeing that she's live like every day. I watched the opening statements, and unfortunately, both of the lawyers bored me to death. So I was like, I don't really know if I can watch however long this trial is going to be. I was not very impressed by the lawyers. I do kind of want to get caught up on the Lindsay Clancy stuff. That one seemed to be interesting, and the lawyer you know is covering that one. So I do kind of want to take a deep dive into that case, but that she diabetic of diabetes, yep. I think she was a type 1 diabetic. Talking about it's a crazy case, yeah. Do I know Aaron Carter passed away? Yep, Aaron Carter passed a long time ago. Hillary Duff, the night I went to go see her, actually wore an Aaron Carter shirt because they used to date. It's Joe from school. I don't know a Joe. But hello. Are not a mix. Super sad, yeah. 1% of the time, yep. Oh boy. Wow. We're real mature. Are you that bored? That's cute. Clancy Trialer over the top, yeah. Aaliyah, can we get a band hammer? A good old-fashioned whack on the troll in the comments? Thank you. That's why the Lindsay Lohan and Hillary Duff beef started. Yep. But he later apologized to her, and there was all sorts of stuff. And then, like, Chad Michael Murray invited Hillary Duff to the Freaky Friday premiere, and she crashed it. And oh, it was honestly lovely 90s drama. And I love that stuff. I think the husband did it. He wasn't planning on her to make it. Well, regardless of whether or not he did it, she admitted to it. Because if your defense is not guilty by reason of insanity, you're admitting to doing it. Hello, hello. So whether that's a choice that they didn't want to try to prove that he did it, I don't know. Negligent to leave her alone with the children, knowing she was suffering from postpartum psychosis. That's much worse, more serious than depressing. Yeah. Yep. You're on my TV and messaging on my phone. Oh no, don't look at me that big. Jeez. Guys, this is so tiny. Insanity can be argued an alternative. But I don't think in this case it is. My cup was dirty and I didn't want to do dishes, guys. Oh, the drugs. Look at you on my 55. Oh boy, guys, don't tell me that. Always watching. Guys, don't tell me that. Gonna hide. In the end, failed to get. Yeah. But you also never know how a jury's gonna respond either. And then what? Her husband was friends with the police guy, the something. Gorgeous queen. Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you. My eyes have been acting up with my fibro and just bad in general. Got you. Got you. Got you. Oh, fun. Yeah. Crochet and true crime, guys. I'm due for my Botox again, and like I keep getting migraines again. I'm just feeling like yuck. He sold their house to the DN. What's that? Under market value. That's DA. It's kind of wild to me the amount of press that's happening for the Lindsay Clancy trial. That's what this is, right? That's her name. Because, I mean, I feel like normally when it's like a mom, her children, it's like she's the bad guy. Everything's awful. How could she? She's the devil. Doesn't matter what else happened. She did it, you know? Whereas this time, it's kind of like everybody seems on the internet to be rallying against her, which just kind of is surprising to me that people were even willing to hear her out. But I didn't know a lot of the lead up to the trial in the first place. But it kind of feels a little Karen Reedy to me. Do we think this is Hillary's last run? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that this tour has been way more successful than they thought it was going to be. She's going out on her Canada, Europe leg. And then she has the Mexico shows. I think as long as she has something to say, she's going to keep going. Made her believe she did it, and the guilt of not being able to save them, but the timeline is very interesting. Interesting. There's no DNA or fingerprints on the bands that were used. I don't even know what bands is that what happened to the I honestly I don't even know. I just know there were 3 kids and her, and then psychosis, postpartum psychosis. I really don't know a lot about this case. in 5 years when I have adult money. Her rebrand has been so successful and is a master class on marketing. I also think that if Disney was smart, they would film the concert the way they did Taylor Swift and put it up on Hulu, Netflix, whatever. Because some of her songs are not Disney appropriate anymore. And like she drinks alcohol on stage pretty much every night. Like she'll have a drink from whatever city she was in. Like that's their thing. So like she got iced one day, which was funny. And in Philly, she had to do, was it a shot in PBR and they call it something? I don't know. Was the voice she came to be hearing. That is so interesting. Citywide, that's what it's called. There we go. Oh, that's... And didn't he have a new girlfriend, or is that something I'm making up? I really, again, all that I know about the case, I've seen secondhand from headlines and like little clips here and there. Citywide, shot in PBR. There it is. He's already remarried. Yeah. It stopped Disney from the Lizzie McGuire reboot. They were supposed to do a Lizzie McGuire reboot, and Hilary Duff, Disney wanted to make it all Disney family friendly the way that they've ruined Raven and all the other shows, right? Hilary Duff wanted to make it that it's Lizzie McGuire in her 30s as whatever. And Disney was like, this is too adult for Disney. And everybody said, so put it on Hulu. And they wouldn't do it. And she looks just like Lindsay. That's creepy. Like, wouldn't this wife be afraid? Like, I'd be scared. I don't know. Has he testified? Where are they at in the trial now? I feel like they're on day like 13, I think I saw, but I don't know whose side of the case we're still on. Are we still on prosecution or are we on defense? The state lawyers, I've seen a few clips like in shorts from her, and I'm like, oh my. Like, I saw one before I went live of her asking, I think it was Lindsay's mother, about her Catholic views and like what she practices for religion. And I was like, what? His own parents testified in her defense. Okay, but they put Heated Rivalry on Hulu. It's like, come on. And I feel like with her rebrand right now, it would have made Disney so much money. It would have made Disney so much money. We all would have watched it, especially if it was actually like relatable to us now as it was back then, which is what Hilary Duff wanted. What case is this and who did it, what and where? Lindsay Clancy, I don't know what state. And honestly, I don't know all the details, but it's wild. I think her 3 children and then tried to herself. But it looks like it was potentially her husband. But it's very confusing. But I also, again, I have not watched any of it the way that I watch normal trials. I don't know any streamer who's streaming it the way that I want to stream court coverage. Have a good night. Have a good night, Beth. I think it'll go to the jury next week. Okay. Is the state done with their case? Has the state rested? I also don't like the state lawyer, like the dark brown-haired woman. I don't like her. And it was all postpartum psychosis, but they think that it was his voice that they were hearing, like that she was hearing. And a lot of doctors let her and the kids down. Like it's very sad. Look out for the concert vlog whenever your life slows down. Thank you. Have a good night. So sorry you're late. No need to apologize. Yes, state rested. Defense has one more witness to call. Oh, okay. I wonder if EDB will do a recap after Keefe. But I mean, Murdaw's about to go right back to trial. I'm working on a sweater. So, I don't know. I kind of want to... Is anybody live streaming it, guys, that we like to watch? Well, the husband left her alone with the kids after she was diagnosed with psychosis, postpartum psychosis. There were a lot of failures. The cats are still fighting. Oh no. And a lot of moving parts. Laura, your nose recaps. Okay. That's who I was gonna watch. Okay. Because I think Annie Elise was doing some stuff on it too. We're talking about the Lauren Clancy case. Lauren, I don't know her name. The Clancy trial. They just kept feeding her meds. That's lovely. Hello, hello. Lindsay. Okay, good. Lauren, Lindsay. I don't know. You're subscribed. Well, thank you for that. Y'all, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this for because my hand is a hurtin'. Up there at one. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. They watch the trial like it's their job. Not phone numbers. No. Love Crochet even more. That's lovely. Been watching Acorn Mysteries. Are they recapping the trial, Aaliyah? The one psychiatrist who talked to her in the hospital gave me weird vibes. Interesting. To your laptop for a bigger screen. Guys, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to go for, just so we're all aware right now. My foot is pins and needles tingling, and it does not feel very good. And my hands are starting to cramp because this is so itty-bitty. My friend wants 12. You're on number 8. Oh, boy. Vinny Paulishin is doing a recap. Okay. And it's coming. Oh, fun. Ben and I were going to watch, and then we didn't, Ladder Man. The new movie with Channing Tatum about him living in the store. Oh, thank you for the sparkles. A little bit of Sarah in the morning. Yes, yes. Big with the cases I looked up. And none of the things she supposedly looked up says was under her profile. Interesting. She would know already. Interesting. Huh. Look. Her husband also probably had access to that computer. Like, that's so phooey. Don't Say Good Luck on Netflix. What's that, Kyle? And you are now on my laptop. Oh, boy. I actually don't have Netflix anymore. When Ben lost his job, we got rid of, well, not when he lost his job, when he was in between jobs, we got rid of Netflix and we never brought it back. But not murder. I've seen a lot of speculation that he did it. A lot of speculation. They've caught him in lies where she was out on with the kids on a doctor's appointment and he was on her account doing something and he said it wasn't. Oh, boy. How do I deal with negativity as a content creator? That's a great question. I laugh at them 9 times out of 10. I also don't care, or I fight back. It kind of depends on the situation. Like, there were some people in my last comment or 2 comment sections ago when they were like, how entitled you are to assume that Michaels should stay open for you and pay their employees so you could be there. I'm like, the store hadn't closed yet. And every time I've done this, if you know me at all, I'm out by the time the store closes and had an eye on the time, which is how I knew that I still had 2 minutes. Bite me. Also, read your corporate letter. It says that you can't tell people to get out the way that they did. So it kind of, again, it's a case-by-case situation. A lot of times, Ben likes to just comment, thank you so much for the engagement. That sometimes shuts people up. One time I did a response to hate video because my video was getting so much hate and it was not fun. A lot of it, I just don't care or just don't read the comments if I have a sneaking suspicion that things are going to be nasty, because I am so busy in the first place that it's a lot. So I just click next, and just also don't care. Not everybody's going to like me, and I have an attitude, and I don't care. So if you don't like me, move on, find the next one. And if you have nothing better to do than be nasty on someone's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, do you really not have anything better to do? Like, how sad is your life that you have to be nasty to me on the internet, a stranger that you don't know and have never met and probably will never meet? Right. So take your keyboard, pack it up, and go get a life and touch some grass. But Ben would say, just say thank you so much for the engagement and move on. Teen drama film about school putting on waitress. Oh, I saw somebody, I saw a clip about it earlier today. I saw someone singing waitress as an audition, and I was like, what is this? Do we have updates on moving? Moving's on pause until A, my foot is no longer broken, and B, interest rates drop, because interest rates went from 4.8% when we started looking to now they're at 6.7%. And that is a difference of like $1,000 a month for my mortgage payment, which I can't afford unless all of a sudden all you guys want to start buying all of my patterns and all of the tumblers and all of the row counters and tape measures. I can't afford that. So I touched grass today, still made me feel itchy, right? So moving is temporarily on hold. We actually did go look at something like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. I did vlog it. The whole house reeked of cigarette smoke, and I was like, nope, this is not it. So, and then with the market being as shitty as it is, all I keep seeing on the housing apps is like price drop, price drop, price drop, because it's a lose-lose market right now. It kind of feels like it's starting to correct itself a little bit from what it was in crazy in 2020 being a seller's market, like to the extreme. So it does kind of feel like it's starting to correct itself, but I'm also afraid that we're not going to get the money that we want for this house in order to buy the new house. So that's also kind of put things on the back burner just a little bit, and we're trying to see what other means we could do, like maybe rent this house instead. So we're contemplating our options and kind of just keeping our eyes on the market right now, unfortunately. There's a open house I want to go to in like a week or two. That is not in the town that I want to move to. But if the price is right and the house is what I need or want, then it's a conversation. So let's see if I can talk Ben into going to this open house. Am I a comment reader? On lives, yeah. On my videos and Instagram, no. TikTok, no. Shorts, mostly not. I try sometimes on YouTube, but I generally end up getting to comments like a week later because honestly, the anxiety can't handle it. So I just don't. Unless it's something crazy important, but that is one way to root out the negativity is just don't read it. So Taylor Swift does. She just doesn't read the comments. Great. Taylor Swift. If it works for Taylor Swift, it can work for me. Juicy might not be fair. Yes, but if you look at when I actually respond to them, it's like a week later when I'm posting the next video. Because if I checked my phone every time a comment went off or if something like dinged, it just doesn't make sense. It is going to be in a video. It just hasn't fit in any of the videos that I've done. Like, it wouldn't have made sense to put the card in with the Premier Yarns haul, and the next video I think is video haul. It didn't make sense to put it in the Michaels haul. So I'm just waiting to find a spot where it fits. I'm so grateful, Stephanie. It was so, so sweet. I'm just trying to find a vlog that it makes sense to put it in. And I really haven't been doing a lot of like crochet vlogs recently. So yeah. And it might actually just go with the next craft show video because that's what you sent. And it's sitting on my table waiting for my craft show in a few weeks. I told my husband that I want a room with half shelves for my yarn and a couch, and the other half of the room for my vinyl and t-shirts with the corner desk. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, I noticed. Exactly. I left you a comment saying there is now a size 8 in the yarn categorization. You can find out all about it from Vicky Howell's channel. So I've seen that they are trying to do that, but on the actual Crochet whatever website who classifies the yarn in general, I screenshotted that yarn sizing guide from them. So it has not been like updated and approved and onto skeins yet. So even though, yes, it is there and they are starting to do that, hasn't been put into place yet. And a baby gate to protect all the yarn and stuffies. Yeah. Good night. But Stephanie, I am so, so grateful and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for sending the card. It was so sweet. It is sitting on my breakfast nook in my kitchen. Right there. Waiting. So it's coming. But it's still not enough, honestly. Opinions. If we go all the way down to 0 for merino lace, and we're only going to go up to 8, okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. Falling asleep night. Good night. I'm sorry, Rue. I know. She tucked her head under the blanket. She has her butt right here, and her head is tucked under a blanket. What am I working on? A sweater. The sweater from hell. That's what I'm working on. That's what we're calling this. The sweater from hell. Yeah. My hand is hurting. This thing, don't get me started. The pattern. And I wanted to start working on the cookie sweater, and I bought some yarns for it, and I thought I was going to be able to mix brands. So I bought this like really nice fancy schmancy Jody Long cotton. I really like it. But I can't get it in the colors that I need. I need a green and like a beige. And I was gonna just like mix it with like a different cotton. And I tried it while I was at the yarn store the other day. And it was like, when I'm like, this is terrible. I can't do this. So I'm going to be going on an adventure to try to hunt for the yarn that I need. For Jody Long Coastline Cotton. Because I've decided we're going for it. Yes, this is the same sweater. It's the sweater from hell. Ruthie's doing good. She just did a real stinky fart. That was disgusting, Rue. And I smell it. She's doing real good. Chilling. I made some sparkly yellow ducks and Bernat, and they were so cute. Yes! I'm so glad you like it. Yes. I'm a little biased. I like my duck pattern. I have been making so many ducks, and I have not stuffed a single duck. So. I need to finish up my making everything yellow video. I've just kind of been taking clips here and there and not focusing on it. Shocking, I know. We're all shocked there. I have a custom order vlog that I started and still have work to do on that. There's a whole lot, you know. I made some sparkly yellow ducks and Bernat, and they were so cute. Yes. I love sparkly things. Same. I'm waiting on the new Karen cakes. They should be out soon, I feel like. I saw a new Bernat blanket, and they came out with a Bernat blanket in a Christmas color. And it's ugly. I expected that. It's the only duck pattern that I have that I've been able to hyperfixate on. Yes. Are there any crashes in the near future? Yes, we have one in September. Excuse you, you kicked me. At least one in November. And at least one in December. There is potential for more. Did I go back to Michael's for the clearance yarn? I've been back to Michael's once, and I only got one skein of blue because my Michael's still has a lot of it. Every Michael's I have been to has had a lot of it. So I'm hoping that they might drop the price again. Then I'll buy a bunch of it. At least one person has reported the new anniversary cakes in their Michael's. I have not seen them at mine yet. I saw Big Twist has a Christmas one coming out. That's thicker. Oh, is it supposed to be thicker? Like a big Twist at Michael's? Who's seen it? Where are we seeing that? How do I close the bottom of the jellyfish? I double cinch it. I will be working on videos of how I make it soon. It is on my list of things to do. You bought over 200. Hey, you know, whatever works. I've been trying to get Ben to 3D print me some stitch markers for you guys.